Hello. Thank you for having me, and thanks to HL7 for putting on this wonderful event. We really appreciate the invitation. I'm here to present iBlue Button. iBlue Button is a Blue Button 2.0, CMS Blue Button 2.0 FHIR-enabled mobile application to help save lives, and reduce unnecessary care. What we give to you in our mobile device, our mobile applications, a native mobile application, is the ability to access and use actionable longitudinal health history for patient-consented data exchange and analytics. We were the first mobile app approved by CMS to access the new Blue Button 2.0 API, FHIR API, that was announced at HIMSS in April. It was announced at HIMSS this year. We previously won, so this is iBlue Button 8.0. So we've been around since 2012, and we have previously won 3 ONC Industry Innovation Awards, so we're very proud of that. We also presented at the White House just last month at the Blue Button Developers Conference. Now, iBlue Button empowers 53 million MEDICARE beneficiaries with life and cost-saving information in their own hands wherever they go. Every year, 200 to 400,000 Americans die from preventable medical errors, often because doctors do not have their full medical history with them. So with iBlue Button, and Medicare beneficiaries are most at risk because they see up to 7 different providers a given year. They're often on multiple medications that they may not understand, and they suffer often from multiple chronic conditions. So giving this type of data to Medicare beneficiaries is wonderful. So we give this entire information, this entire longitudinal health history, right on the mobile application iBlue Button. So it's with you wherever you go. We're able to collect in one place their health records from Medicare and other sources. We also work with TRICARE, we work with the VA, we work with EMR vendors, and we can access HealthKit as well. So it's patient-controlled data sharing at every point of care. The patient has total control over what they share. Nothing's stored in the cloud, by the way, so everything, believe it or not, is actually stored in the application securely. It offers data-driven insights. You can annotate your medications and conditions. It does medication rate reconciliation for you automatically. It can do fraud detection and granular data consent. So it's distributed edge computing, local and real-time record decoding with normalization and aggregation. So let's get a little demo. So we're getting ready to release this on both iOS and Android. So I'll show you a little demo from both devices, and this will be the 8.0 version. So some animation's going to show here. So let's start with the iOS. So it's a multi-profile application. So I can have profile for myself or my parents. And you'll see right there the summary record giving you medications, conditions, allergies, immunization. And I can tap down on medications. I can tap down on just about anything on that summary record. And I can learn more about the medications that I may be prescribed. I can look up a given medication from Medline Plus, so I can learn about what is this medication, what kind of side effects might this medication have. Perhaps I started taking a medication and I started feeling dizzy. Well, I can discover that that given medication does have a side effect of dizziness. So then I can go back to my summary medical record, and I can specify that, yeah, I am experiencing some side effects with this. And I'm actually fainted. So I can learn more about the given medications, and I can continue to scroll down and explore my record. I'm now in conditions, and I can do some interesting annotations with conditions as well. So I can tap down. I can also access Medline Plus if I want to. I can say, you know what, I'm not experiencing this condition anymore, and it raises an alert, so it gives me a reminder that I should mention this to my physician. I can further scroll down, tap another condition, and this is something that's a little sensitive to me, so I want to keep this private. So if I share my medical record, this will not be shared with it, because it's something that's kind of sensitive to me, and the padlock shows up for that. Further exploring my medical record, I can tap down and go, this is strange, I don't remember having this condition. This is either reported an error, or it could potentially even be a fraud. So I'm going to raise an alert for that one, another thing I want to investigate further. And then this entire summary record I can share. And I could share this over FHIR with an enterprise client. I could also share it with my physician. And the entire summary record is there. All your annotations will be part of this as well. including anything you may have kept private, will not be shown up here. So this is the really nice summary record. Okay, so we're coming out on both iOS and Android very soon. So let's continue the demo on Android. So this will be on the right-hand side here, and you'll see this is the summary record that we've created. And this is largely coming from the CMS Blue Button 2.0 record and other records that we aggregate on the device. So you see we have conditions, medications, allergies, immunizations, diagnostic tests, imaging studies, and a rich medical history, and that's what we're going to show here. So I tap down on the medical history, and I get a lot of great detail: outpatient visits, ER, hospitalizations, etc. Tap down on outpatient visits, I get lots of wonderful detail that's coming over this FHIR API. And I get the physician's name, and I get a phone number that I can tap, and it will dial that doctor. I can go back, explore my medical history even further. Let's go down to hospitalizations, and the amount of detail that's here is just wonderful. I have date of admission, date of discharge, the facility, the principal diagnosis, and all the other diagnoses, all the physicians that may have visited me. If you've ever been to the hospital, you know you'll see several physicians at any given instance, and all that wonderful information is there. I can also annotate, just like I was able to annotate conditions and medications. I can say, keep this one private. I can further explore it, and here's one that I think was reported in error. So I will have that information, those annotations with me wherever I go. Okay, I wanted to take a moment and really thank CMS and the entire team there. We first launched iBlue Button in 2012, and we've been asking for many, many years, liberate the data. It's patient's data. They should have a right to that data. So when CMS announced at HIMSS this year that they were coming out with Blue Button 2.0 and really reinvigorating Blue Button, it was a watershed moment for us. So we're thrilled to be part and work closely with their team. iBlue Button 8.0 is coming out very soon, probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, and we hope you go get it and enjoy it. Thank you.